Hey, we're back at the top again today with the final stop on the road to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and well, this is it. It's the final stop. But since I didn't want you to be looking at my shell background for about 11 minutes, I'll throw some footage of me playing the new hero on Overwatch, so you can get a taste of that. Regardless, this series has been a little bit interesting compared to the last two Road 2 series. This one, well, with the community tempering their expectations for these games, it was a lot less exciting. Now, while I'm going to be getting the game and going to be playing it, how I'm going to be showing that off is still to be determined. The way I actually set up this specific Road 2 series, I actually liked. It wasn't a weekly type thing, that's because there wasn't really much to go off of, but more or less, we covered different topics in different areas rather than focusing in on the Road 2 series itself. And I like that, and I'm probably going to continue that for a later Road 2 series, which, again, I'll get into this video as well. But, so what's happening with Pokemon Let's Go? Well, I've been on the fence a little bit. I know I'm going to be getting the game. I have an Elgato, so I can stream it, I can record it, I can do anything with it. I can set it on fire if I wanted it. I bought the game. I'm not actually going to set it on fire, don't worry. But the idea I have is a little bit jumbled, right? So, I am going to be streaming it, at least that's what I want to do. The problem is, I really want to do it on Twitch, but at the same time, I sort of want to do it on YouTube just because I haven't really made that jump over there, but I'd really like to. I'm doing something weird with my Twitch right now. You'll find out soon enough. But the biggest kicker is, like I said, I do want to stream it for the footage, so then I can use that footage to repost it back onto YouTube in a special way. Now, if you remember a series from the summer, which I'm still working on fixing the schedule and setting it up for the later chapters, Soul of the Storm, I want to do something like that, but in a less serious manner, and more of like a fast-paced comedic type of way. I don't know how I'm going to do it with it yet, because it's a lot more, I don't know how to put it. It's a lot more detailed than Pokemon Soul Silver is ever, or rather has ever been. It's like, I can get around avoiding the text boxes in Pokemon Soul Silver. It's going to be really hard for me to dodge it and let's go, but I'll find a way. I might zoom in. I don't know. But the question lies. What should I do with Pokemon Let's Go? Should I just stream it on Twitch? Should I just stream it on YouTube? Well, I mean, regardless, I'm going to be streaming it on Twitch, regardless. But I'm wondering, should I do it on YouTube as well? Because unlike how I had it for Pokemon Ultra Sun, how I posted those after the fact, I probably won't post it after the fact because I'm going to just use that footage to create that new series I have. Well, it's not really new, it's more of like a altered version. And I really want to do it just because for some reason I have really liked doing story-based content and such, and in different ways. I just really enjoyed doing that. So if you were excited for that, go ahead and stick around because I'm going to try to make it a wild ride. I'm not just going to be throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks, going like, hey, is that line good? I feel like winging it is the best option, but then again, when you wing it... Okay, so I'm not going to completely wing it. I'll half wing it. Think of it like a bird with one wing. It's not going to get anywhere, but this comparison, this attempt at explaining it differently is going horribly wrong. Forget the whole one-winged thing. I'm going to try, but I'm not going to make it super serious where I need to like put like a script together and then all this editing. Like, it's not going to have a text box, I feel. I'll see what I can do about it. I think this is the first time I've actually announced what I'm actually doing, which is like on my channel, so I guess it's a world premiere, almost. So I don't know how long that will go. I'll probably like condense it into in specific areas. Like, let's say, I know Mount Moon. Let's just call it Mount Moon. I know there's a Team Rocket event thing that goes on in there. So like, I'm gonna condense each part to its own area. But if it's like traveling, I'll probably just skip over it because I don't think anybody really cares about what I actually do in between the cities. I mean, I could just be peeing on a tree. You wouldn't really care about that. I don't think anybody would want to see that either. But moving on to what's going to be happening with the channel. Well, this is a little bit of a long story, but I'll try to make it short. So, in my mind, I feel like I've been labeled a quote-unquote toxic person. I don't actually know if that is the truth, but in my mind, I feel like I've been labeled that. And I want to clear that label from me, and I want to fix it for the better, because for most of the last year and a half, I've been a little bit toxic. Okay, I'll put it bluntly. I've been kind of toxic for the past year and a half, ranting about things like Overwatch, especially Overwatch, and other things, like stats, I guess, on YouTube, even though it hasn't been as bad as of late, just because I guess I haven't cared. Even though I've gotten so far ahead in videos, which, by the way, we're going to be having videos for at least until the end of the year. I don't know what's going to occur until 2019, because I've actually gotten so far ahead because of all the stuff I did in the summer. But after that is still up for grabs. Like, I still enjoy doing scripted content to an extent. I just... editing certain content makes me want to rather just stick my head in the oven. So, I don't know what's going to happen there. But it's more or less going to stick to the same script. No pun intended. But I couldn't really tell you how. But I do have time. It's only... well, when I'm recording this, it's November 13th. So that gives me about a month and a half to figure stuff out. And I do have ideas. Like, I'm not going to completely flip the script for my channel. Like, I don't want to just instantly just change the content. That would also send a firestorm. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. But, this, like I said, this is the end of the road to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. But, you know what happens next with this series, right? We've been through these finale videos twice now. This is the third final stop on a road to the new Pokemon game. You always know what happens. The moment any single bit of news about the next game begins, is leaked, is rumored, you know we're going to kick the hype train back. The ignition is going to turn on. Because you know what game is next. Everybody knows what game is next. It is Generation 8, baby! And in times past, Generation 6, that hype train. Now, while I wasn't a part of it on YouTube at the time, I know how crazy it was. Like, looking at the past, I know how crazy it was. Generation 7, that was... well, I mean, with the community just ballooning like it did beforehand, there was just crazy, insane, it was all over the place. And now, since the community is even much bigger, it's going to be that much more insane. The problem with Generation 7, in my opinion, was it was for the same console as the previous generation. So not much was different, and all the Pokemon statistically, that's not a word, statistically kind of sucked. Not all of them, but it did, and it kind of killed the hype because all the competitive nature kind of just washed away because it was more or less the same. And I strove myself to be a competitive Pokemon battler YouTuber, which kind of fell through. I've been sitting on artwork for at least 2 years for something that is left unused, and I hope to use it. I don't know what content I'll have once Generation 8 comes out. That remains to be seen, but it all begins with the road to Pokemon Generation 8. For now, it'll probably be labeled as Road to Pokemon Switch / Generation 8, but you know, once those names come out, we're going full throttle with the gas pedal. That doesn't make any sense, because that's a motorcycle and a car together. This is some weird hype train. Regardless, this will wrap up the road to Pokemon Let's Go. If you did enjoy this ride and are hyped for what's to come for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, be sure to propel the like button to the top and subscribe to start the climb today. With that, I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to catch you back at the top later on, because that's how we do what. Oh, by the way, with the whole toxicity thing, the name, I feel, has been tarnished. Soon, we will find the correct way.